love could sound like thunder when it shattered. I kept all the pieces you didn't bother to save. Built a coffin for my laughter, just to bury what you gave. I wrote your name on all my healing, like maybe hurting meant I'm needed. I kept waiting for your footsteps back, but all I heard was my own heart crack. You said forever, like it had an exit. You promised love but never meant it. That's when my heart forgot how to breathe. When you turned goodbye into a silent thief. You didn't just leave, you emptied the air out of me. I broke without noise, I drowned where no one could see. That's when my heart forgot how to breathe. The mirror to remember who I was before I turned to ashes in the name of love. I stitched your shadow into every day, thinking if I stay broken, maybe you stay. My hope was a prayer that never reached heaven, a promise I held in a room left abandoned. I kept a seat for the ghost of you until my pulse nearly faded too. You said forever with a borrowed halo, but angels don't walk out and leave you alone. That's when my heart forgot how to breathe. When you taught me love could feel like death in slow speed. You didn't just leave, you stole the light out of me. I shattered in silence alone where no one could see. That's when my heart forgot how to breathe. But even broken wings remember sky. Even wounded light still wants to rise. You won't be the ending of the soul. I still believe I'm learning again how to breathe for me. This was the moment I learned how to bleed, but now it's the moment I choose to be free. The air that you stole, I'm taking it back from the grief. You were the wound, but I am the healing beneath. This is the day my heart remembers how to breathe. You almost ended me, but I remembered me first. I held the door open for some already walking away. I should've known a love that shakes was never built to stay. I memorized your words, your exit. I loved you in full color while you painted me in limits. You kissed me like a promise you had no plan to keep. You let me fall in silence while you walked out of reach. I begged for honesty from lips that only lie. I poured myself into your emptiness until it swallowed mine. You left me holding forever like it was something I made up, and I broke my own heart just trying to be in love. taught me how love can sound like goodbye, how someone can hold you while letting you die. I kept planting hope in soil you left dry, and you called it love just 'cause I never asked why. You touched my scars like they were yours to own, but you never reached my heart. You just rearranged my bones. You watched me crumble quietly, and still you never turned. You only held me close enough to make sure I burned. I loved you more than you stayed, more than you healed, more than you ever prayed. You said forever, but forever was just a blade. I kept waiting for love in a place you'd already betrayed. You didn't fix me, you chose to leave. I loved you more than you stayed. If leaving was easy, why did you tremble? If I meant so little, why do I still resemble every truth you never faced, every wound you left unnamed? You left me breaking, but I rose from the remains. I loved you more than you stayed, but I'm done giving love to what never stayed awake. You took my softness and called it your escape, but I'm not the ruin, I was the grace you betrayed. You didn't lose me, you just never stayed. And now I rise from the echo you made. I love you more than you stayed, but I'm learning now to stay for myself. You left so quietly, I almost didn't notice, but my heart still heard the echo of the door you closed. You didn't break me loud, you faded me in silence. No man's doors, no shouting words, and this was a quiet violence. You loved me like a promise you were never gonna keep. You touched my hand so gently while you prepared to leave. I felt you slipping long before your footsteps ever went. You said I'm just tired while your heart was already spent. The worst goodbyes don't scream, they believe me. They just disappear like smoke beneath a sleep. You left me softer than goodbye, like a whisper that forgets to cry. You didn't tear me, you just let me die slow, fading like a wilted almost. You unloved me quietly like a ghost walking by, and that tenderness hurt more than if you watched me cry. Soft doesn't say, soft is how you let love die. Soft is how you let love die. You taught me heartbreak doesn't mean thunder, just distance dressed up as gentle wonder. You kissed me calm while your soul was walking out, and I mistook your silence for love I shouldn't doubt. I beg for signals you never meant to say. future waiting to dead end. You said I'm still here, but you were already gone. You don't need a goodbye when your ex starts in your tone. You held me like goodbye was already decided. So soft, I didn't know my heart was being quiet. You left me softer than goodbye, a heartbreak wrapped in lullaby. You didn't shatter me, you let me slowly fold like love turning cold. You loved me quietly like mercy that still felt like a lie. Gentle hands, but a blade behind the sighs. Soft doesn't say, soft is how you let love die. I would've survived thunder, but I drowned in your hush. You broke me in whispers, 'cause you feared the crash. I was holding us together while you practiced your escape. Now the emptiness you left wears your name like a cape. You left me softer than goodbye, and silence became the reason why I crumble slow like petals out of season. Hurt without confession, pain without reason. You never said the words, you just watched me fade dry. And I would've healed faster if you let me cry. Soft doesn't spare, soft is just the slowest way to say goodbye. So I break, not with thunder, but with everything you didn't say. I was a story you started, but never cared to finish. You loved me halfway and vanished. You held me close like I belonged to you, and let me go like I was nothing new. I was a heartbeat you forgot to claim, a promise you made without taking the blame. You traced my future with hands that shook, wrote me in a chapter you never reread or took. I kept believing what your silence erased, holding on to what you never chased. You stole the color from everything I knew, then walks away before the pain was through. You left me without a name, just a shadow of someone I used to be, a memory you never stayed to keep, a wound they forgot how to bleed. You left me without a place, like a ghost staring out from a window pane. You walked away without goodbye, and somehow that hurt the same. You didn't just break my heart, you left me without a name. I was a song you never learned to sing, a light you covered just to dim the ring. I gave you oceans you never touched, and you called it drowning when I asked for love. You built a forever that crumbled like smoke. You loved me so little, I started to choke. You turned my soul into an empty seam, like I was a home you lived in, but never dreamed. You watched me fade as if I was staged, a life-size goodbye wearing your cage. You left me without a name, like I was never someone to claim. You tore the sky from my I still hear you in the quiet parts of me, like love that turned into an echo that refuses to leave. They say time heals, but it only taught me how to hide. Give me silence where your warmth used to live inside. I keep pretending I moved on, but my bones still say your name. I bury you 1,000 times and still your shadow stays. I erased your number, not the ache. I closed the door, but still I shake. Some memories don't know how to die. They haunt like stars that never fall. I try to bury what you left behind, but your ghost still answers every call. I stitch the wounds, but you still bleed through my sky. Some memories fade, but some don't know how to die. Your voice still lives in the corners of my dreams. A love that rotted slowly while I held the seams. I kept my heart a graveyard for the things you didn't feel. A place where every goodbye still tries to learn how to heal. I cut the strings, but not the tie. You left my hands, but not my mind. Some memories don't know how to die. They linger like a prayer gone wrong. I try to leave you in the silence, but your echo still feels like home. I burn the letters, but your voice still testifies. Some memories fade, but some don't know how to die. Some memories fade, but some don't know how to die. I beg the night to let me go, but grief sleeps beside me like a vow. If letting go was easy, I'd be free by now. I'll be all the wound that learned to breathe, the ghost that never says goodbye. You're the past that leaves like a future still waiting to try. Some memories don't know how to die. They bloom like scars I never chose. I keep outgrowing all the pain, but it still fits like borrowed clothes. You left my arms, but still